Another epic comeback by Real Madrid. This is the first time the team scores 5 goals in a second half in Champions League. Here is Ancelotti.
We saw another comeback at the Bernabéu. After conceding 2 goals in the first half, something that hasn't happened here in many years, you made a fantastic comeback. Do you feel that this comeback is different because of the atmosphere at the end of the first half? How did you and the players experience that moment in the locker room?
Well, we were calm. I'm not saying we weren't concerned, but we were composed. We wanted to make a change for the second half, so we changed the system and the team played with more intensity. I think the problem we had in the first half was that the team was timid. We didn't press the opponent, and they controlled the ball too much. And then we conceded 2 goals from 2 simple plays. It was very clear what we needed to do, and the team did everything very well in the second half, playing with intensity, pressing more, and playing with more quality. This has been our best second half of the season.
What is Vinicius's limit? We can assume that he will win the Ballon d'Or, but having seen his great performance today, what else can be said about a player like Vinicius, who takes on the responsibility for the whole team?
Well, what I can tell you is that it's very difficult to witness a player play a second half like he did. And he has done it before. Besides the goals he scored, he played with extraordinary energy, intensity, and character.
How can you explain what happened in the first half and the great change we saw in the second?
I'll explain it this way. We were very timid. We started the first half with low intensity. The team was very organized and played with a low block, but we didn't press the opponent, and they played well with the ball during the first half. But honestly, we also had opportunities to score with shots hitting the crossbar. We were too shy. But this team has shown it can play with much more energy, even though we know we have to take risks. We have to press the opponent because we have the physical resources to do so.
You said that Vini is the top candidate to win the Ballon d'Or in the coming days. After Vinicius's performance tonight, it would be very unfair for someone else to win this award, don't you think?
I think he is the one who will win it, but not just for what he did tonight, but for everything he did last year. Let's not forget that last year, he helped us win the Champions League. The 3 goals he scored today will help him accumulate points for next year's Ballon d'Or.
What do you tell your players in the locker room during halftime? After hearing some boos in the stadium, how did you see the locker room and the players at halftime? And what did you tell them?
I simply told them to think about coming back and not scoring 3 goals, as it might seem like a utopia. So I told them we had to focus on the small details. I said we needed to press hard, not to miss passes, to make more precise crosses, and to win duels. All these are the small details. Because when you win duels and make good passes, then the dynamics of the match change. When we scored the first goal, that's when we managed to change the dynamics.
We can assume you have negative conclusions from the first half. What is your analysis of this match with the 4-3-3 system?
What is my analysis? Well, the system is not the most important. It's the attitude, the good attitude that the players show to play in any system. If we had played with a 4-4-2 formation in the first half, the result would have been the same. What I want to say is that the most important thing is the attitude the players display during the match.
You have again referred to intensity. This is something you have repeated a lot lately. It's been almost 2 months into the season, and this has been the 14th match so far. What is the reason for the players' perennial lack of intensity at many moments and in many matches?
It's hard to say. It's complicated to explain. I believe we need to be able to learn from what we achieved in this second half. We played with a lot of intensity and at a very high pace. But ideally, we should start matches at this level and not have to wait to concede 2 goals to react as we did today. I know we cannot play for 90 minutes with the intensity we played for 45, but achieving a balance of greater intensity between the first and second halves is something we need to achieve, and certainly we will.
Vini said after the match that it was a great comeback, but he also mentioned how poorly they played in the first half. He also said that if they continue like this, you won't last much longer. This suggests that it would give you like a heart attack if the team keeps playing as they did in the first half. What do you think is the most important thing from tonight? Learning not to repeat that bad attitude of the team in those first 35 minutes of the match, or focusing on the remaining 55 minutes?
With everything, with the whole match. I believe the second half showed us a lot of what the team needs to do and how to do it. That has been a great lesson. This could be a key moment of the season.
You have acknowledged that Vinicius had a great match, and he has had many great matches like this. Do you think Vinicius gets the recognition he deserves in Spain?
Yes, I believe so. I think that after all, he gets booed because he is a player capable of making a difference in a match. I think he is fighting against racism, and he is booed in Spain for this as well, but I believe this is normal. However, I think he is respected in this country.
What do you think of Lucas Vázquez's performance? Maybe he wasn't fully focused on the 2 goals the team conceded, but in the second half, he changed, and in addition to his goal, he created danger for the opponent. What do you think of him, knowing that he will be a starter for much of the season?
I think he did well. Aside from scoring the goal that put us ahead on the scoreboard, we asked him to do a lot of work in attack, and that's why he struggles a bit more with defending, and sometimes he is not in the right position when we need to defend. His attacking work gives us a lot of width on the right side, not to mention that today he scored a goal of high quality.